Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the absolute masterclass of a story about a boy named Tom. We're going to trace his incredible journey from delivering newspapers in a small village to eventually standing atop the skyline as a self-made billionaire. It's a powerful story of grit, resilience, and the sheer compound interest of continuous learning. Let's get right into it.
We'll be breaking this down into 5 core phases: big dreams, starting small, building the foundation, navigating those inevitable first failures, the pivot to success, and finally, the true meaning of wealth.
Phase 1. Big dreams start small.
Take a look at this timeline. It brilliantly maps out Tom's roadmap. We literally go from day 1, the dream, through year 1, where he builds the foundation, hitting that crucial failure and pivot around year 5, all the way to massive success at year 10. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
So everything kicks off with this incredibly audacious goal. Picture this young kid in a small village looking right at his mom and saying, "Mom, one day I will be rich." Talk about setting the bar high, right? But his mom hits him with a reality check immediately. She tells him, "Hey, dreams are fantastic, but you're gonna have to work hard and never give up. The dream is just the spark."
Moving on to phase 2, building the foundation. Now this is where the rubber meets the road. Tom's out there early in the morning delivering newspapers. He even had a friend ask him, "Why are you working every single day?" And Tom's answer? Just perfectly simple. Dreams need effort. He realized super early on that if you want the payoff, you have to put in the sweat equity right now. But here's the thing. Hustle alone isn't enough. Tom paired that physical grind with mental growth, living by the motto, knowledge is power. He'd spend his free time practically living in the local library, soaking up colorful books to make sure he learned something new every single day. Even the local librarian was taking notes on this kid's habits.
Which brings us to phase 3, navigating first failures.
Now at first, things were going gangbusters. Tom's first venture was a little lemonade stand. He had a delicious product, super happy customers, and amazing positive word of mouth. People were literally telling everyone they knew about this lemonade. He was riding that classic first entrepreneurial high. But, well, you know how business goes. That high rarely lasts forever.
And sure enough, the weather turns, a rainy day hits, and his lemonade business completely tanks. But this is absolutely crucial. Look at how Tom defines failure here. It's not an endpoint. To him, it's just an empty shop on a rainy day. It's a necessary stepping stone, a temporary weather pattern, not a permanent reflection of his ability.
This gives us a fascinating look at 2 totally different mindsets during a crisis. You've got the ordinary mindset, represented by his friend who immediately asks, "Will you quit?" because they assume failure equals game over. Then you have Tom's entrepreneurial mindset. He just says, "No, I will try again." He absolutely refuses to let one rainy day dictate his ultimate future. So, ask yourself right now, how do you respond to an empty shop on a rainy day? When things go completely sideways in your own life or career, do you pack up the tent, or do you start actively planning your next move, like Tom?
Let's slide into phase 4, the pivot to success.
So Tom pivots. He's at a computer now, working on a brand new idea. His friend is still hovering, a bit skeptical, asking if this new venture is actually going to work. And Tom's response hits the nail on the head. "Only if I keep trying." He totally gets that a good idea guarantees absolutely nothing. Relentless, continuous effort, that is the non-negotiable part of the equation.
And spoiler alert, that persistence paid off in a massive way. We're talking serious scaling here. He goes from a soggy lemonade stand to a massive, bustling office environment full of happy workers. The company experiences hyper-growth, customer purchases are through the roof. He built this whole thriving ecosystem simply because he didn't throw in the towel when it rained.
Finally, phase 5, the true meaning of wealth. Fast forward, and Tom is literally standing in front of a modern city skyline as an official, self-made billionaire. A reporter asks him for his ultimate secret to success. His answer? Never stop learning, never give up. It's a total full-circle moment back to that promise he made his mom in those early library days. Those 2 simple rules are the whole shebang.
But here's the real kicker. For Tom, the ultimate reward wasn't the giant bank account. His philosophy is, when you succeed, help others too. He funneled his success right back into supporting schools and community centers, teaching kids the immense value of giving back. That, to him, is what true wealth actually looks like. Looking at this, you can literally distill Tom's entire journey into 4 totally repeatable, actionable steps. Number 1, big dreams start small. 2, work hard.
3, stay patient. And 4, never give up. It sounds almost too simple, right? But as we've seen from the source material today, actually executing on this requires a serious, lifelong commitment.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. What small step will you take today toward your biggest dream? Whether it's cracking open a book to gain some new knowledge, starting that side hustle you've been putting off, or just picking yourself back up after a bad day, your day one starts right now. Thanks so much for actively learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.